All right, everyone, happy Monday or happy weekend. I don't know when you're watching this, but I hope you are enjoying it. It's supposed to be beautiful, so enjoy the nice weather outside. Hopefully this won't take too long and you'll be able to get this done effectively. So the goal of this lesson is Monday's work. So this is a decent chunk of time. You are going to be doing an entire lesson on your own, 422. As you notice, I did cut down the review preview to just 3 problems. Hopefully that doesn't take too long and you can get it done okay. All right, so here we go, lesson 422 today. Today we're going to be talking about how equations and graphs can be used to solve systems of equations, okay? So first of all, we're going to go over the review preview, have the review preview out, okay? We'll go over that. When you are done, you can choose to do a little bit of fun watching. I've included a couple links on here on your Google Classroom of some yodeling, and you'll understand why, because we're going to talk a little bit about yodeling. Don't watch it quite yet, but you're going to watch it a little later if you want to, okay? And then you're going to do problem 442. 442 is the basic problem. Now, it's divided also 443 through 45. Explain it a little more if you need some more guidance. Got it? So let's check our homework. Here's a review preview. Please go ahead and check your answers. Check your work. You can go ahead and pause the video at this point and check it. When you are done checking it, please unpause it, and then we will continue. If you have further questions, please write in notes so you can ask me in class tomorrow. Got it? All right, let's move on then. 422, how does a graph show a solution? Making connections, systems, solutions, and graphs. In this chapter, you have practice writing mathematical sentences to represent situations. Often these sentences give you a system of equations which you can solve using substitution. Today you will also represent these situations on a graph and will examine more closely the solution to a 2-variable equation. We are going to use graph paper for notes today, so please make sure you have graph paper, and the bulk of it's going to be on graph paper because it's got to be a big graph that we're using here, okay? 442, the hills are alive. The Alpine Music Club is going on its annual music trip. The members of the club are yodelers, and they like to play the xylophone. This year, they are taking their xylophones on a gondola to give a performance on top of Mount Monch. And I don't know exactly how to say Mount Monch. I don't know. A gondola, though, is not the boat that you ride in Italy, in Venice. It is a kind of like a thing that takes you up mountains, a ski lift kind of thing. All right. So the gondola conductor charges $2 for each yodeler and $1 for each xylophone. It costs $40 for the entire club, including xylophones, to ride the gondola. 2 yodelers can share a xylophone. So the number of yodelers on the gondola is twice the number of xylophones. How many yodelers and how many xylophones are on the gondola? Your task: represent this problem with a system of equations. Solve the system and explain how the solution relates to the yodelers and on the music trip. Then, after you're done solving the system of equations and explaining what the solution means, you are going to represent this problem with a graph. Identify how the solution to this problem appears on the graph. So that is the basic task that you're doing. That is the goal, all right? Now, a couple things. First of all, if you're not sure what a yodeler is or would like to see, that is where my 2 videos today are of yodelers, and you can see them, and it's just kind of fun. The first one's a little girl yodeling, and then the second one is the authentic, real thing. It's kind of crazy. It's funny, and yet it's insane the talent this guy has. I mean, it's just really crazy that he can do the things he does. So if you know what a yodeler is and don't want to watch it, that's fine. I'm not forcing you. So you're not in class, so I can't force you. So that's your call, okay? Now, this is the task you have to do. If you feel comfortable doing this task on your own, you are welcome to go ahead and do that. I do want you to be aware that problems 43, 44, and 45 in the book do walk you through this process step by step. So if you feel like you need further guidance, if you're not sure, this should not be something you complete very quickly, very easily. It is the lesson, the entire lesson. So please make sure, maybe look over 43 and 44 and 45 to make sure you're answering the questions and getting the main point across, okay? But basically, I expect to see a nice graph. I expect to see how the solution to this problem appears on the graph with details. And I also want to see the system of equations and explaining how the solution relates to the yodelers on the trip. yodelers and xylophones. Got it? So your task is to finish problem 442, or again, you can do 43 through 45. It just walks you through the process. Your review preview is 49, 51, and 54. Then you're going to upload pictures of all of them by midnight on Monday. So please make sure you have that by midnight Monday night. Got it? That is your task. Here is your foxtrot for the day. So that's it. If you have questions, feel free to check with me. I'll be glad to help you out and answer any questions you may have. All right. You may want to look in your book to understand all the problems and see what you're supposed to do. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you later.